It's such an honor to be presenting this training. I feel like so many things in my life have been about this moment where I felt that inner soul-driven compulsion to share this material. A lot of things have been leading up to this, and it's just an absolute honor to be here and to have you all here and to be on this journey with you all. It's a pleasure and an honor both, and I think it's necessary. I think it's timely. I believe what the yoga tradition says in that now is the time where we are all being invited is a is a gentle way of putting it. It's more of a necessity where if we don't stand up, if we don't learn how to connect to the essence of who we are, to the source of our being, our heart, our soul, our dharma, if we don't learn how to do that in a very concrete, systematic, dependable way, and don't simultaneously cultivate that inner courage to embrace those truths, no matter how inconvenient or how difficult they are for us to swallow or for those around us to swallow, we have to do that, and we have to do it now. Now is the time. Which is why it feels so aligned that this training is happening at these very, very auspicious, very, very important moments in human history, where my hope is that they provide you with the same experiences and opportunities that these teachings provided and continue to provide me with and nourish me with and strengthen me with on a day-to-day basis. I accredit so much of my conviction in what I'm doing and so much of my own success in my own small way that I experience success on this planet, both internally and externally. I attribute that success and the joy and the elation that comes out of those achievements from or to these teachings. The conceptual side, the philosophical side, for sure, but more importantly, the practical side, the practices. Friends, there is a way that we can learn how to access the truth of our being, that part of us that is free of all affliction, free of all confusion, all doubt, all fear. There is a way that we can daily tap into that source essence of who we are and remember from that place not only who we are beyond all of the story, beyond all of the roles, beyond name and form, but who are we truly? What are we? And what have we come here into this manifestation, into this body, into this unique personality, which is amazing. It's amazing that we are all unique in these different ways, and we have our own quirks and nuances and ways of expressing ourselves. That's perfect. That is a program of the soul. The issue is when we lose sight of who encoded us in the first place. It wasn't society. It's not our parents. It's not our educators, our culture. It's soul. Our original encoding is a soul encoding, and we are all here with a very, very important mission, spiritual mission to attend to, and we have all of the ingredients, all of the weapons, all of the tools, all of the smarts, all of the know-how to bring that mission into full fruition in a way that not only supports us with our own success and joy and happiness, but it plugs in to the grander conversation, what the yogis call the Sanatan Dharma, this grid that underpins and sustains all of life and everything in it. There is one grid, there is one code out of which we all unfold. And when we understand our unique part in the collective, That's how we can plug into it and not only be nourished and strengthened by it, but we can support those around us. Our environments, our communities, our families, our relationships will only benefit, will only progress in terms of their own self-remembrance as a result of us remembering who we are, where we came from, and what we are here to do. This is the Bhagavad Gita. And the core message of the Bhagavad Gita is the title of this training. Your Dharma is greatness. It is. There is no question. There is no doubt about it. Let me be clear. You can achieve, become, and overcome absolutely anything. Absolutely anything. But you will not get those things for free. Anything that is extraordinary, any great achievement from anyone has taken great commitment and sacrifice. That is the battle. That's what it is. It's saying if you want Dharma, if you want truth, then recognize the reality of the situation that we have fallen from grace. We have forgotten our divine heritage. And if we want to claim that back, then guess what? We're going to have to fight for it. Not out there, but in here. The Bhagavad Gita is an inside battle. Our virtuous qualities versus our ignorant qualities. And we all have both. So there is work to be done, my friends. And it is just, as I said, a joy and a pleasure that you guys are so interested in this kind of work. The willingness to get gritty and look at ourselves, look at our darkness, look at all of the ways that we show up in a less than soul-oriented way. And we all do that. We all have those areas where we slip. And that's not a problem. That is a part of this beautiful dance of creation, this pulsation of rising and falling. That is an innate part of the universe. Whether we look all the way out to the fact that the universe is expanding, and at a certain point, again, it will contract. It will implode on itself once again. That's going to happen. In exactly the same way, we are all born through this pulsation of the contractions within our mother's body. We live because the heart beats, it pulses. Boom, 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 boom. Everything is pulsation. There has to be light and dark. The question is not whether there is light and dark, it's are we willing to look at both and understand that beyond both there is something even more profound, something more primordial, something that pulsation unfolds out of. What is that? What is that place that births all of life into creation? Some people have called it Krishna. There's a lot of different names for that fundamental, life-giving power of the universe. In Tantra, we can call it Kundalini Shakti. It's all the same thing. But can we get there? Can we access that supreme depth of wisdom and beauty that is at the source of all of life? Yes, we can, because that is at the source of our life. What we want to do is go inside, look at the complete story, overview the entire battlefield as it's portrayed. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. Maybe the Bhagavad Gita happened in the ancient past as a historical event. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. The author, Vyasa, is trying to communicate something much more personally and spiritually meaningful and significant. Maybe he's using historical events as a way to communicate these deeper spiritual truths. That may be the case. But the most important thing is that we look at the Bhagavad Gita through the eyes of yoga, through the eyes of the practitioner, through the eyes of the seeker. not the academic, but the seeker, the one who is seeking remembrance with their own source and a way to bring that magnificence into every single thing that they do. That is the Bhagavad Gita, and that is the battle. Because if we think that it's going to come easily, then we are mistaken. There will be peaks and troughs. There will be victories and there will be failures. Are we strong enough? Are we yogi enough? Are we yogini enough? Are we man and woman enough? Are we human enough to be able to weather the storms, weather the defeats, and continuously rise up, stand up on our feet, pick up our bows, our axes, our spears and swords, our musical instruments, our yoga mat, our paintbrush, whatever our tools are, whatever the things are that allow us to bring our innate soul joy into the world, whatever those tools are we courageous enough? Are we fearless enough to pick up those tools and let nobody get in our way from bringing our own unique magnificence into the world? That is the Bhagavad Gita.